Hey, Dean, welcome to today's broadcast. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I think we've had a lot of onboarding happening. We've had a lot of stuff going on here
Yes.
at simplybefound.com. So, I mean, it's one of those things to where, what are you seeing? What are you seeing in the market right now?
I'm seeing a lot of people saying that their businesses seem to be really slowing down for whatever reason, especially the home services people we're bringing on board. They're all kind of saying the same thing. They're kind of saying, the last couple of months have just slowed down. What's going on out there? Can you help us with it? And of course, everybody. I don't know if it's everybody or just people we're talking to because they're realizing the problem. Some people I don't think even know they have a problem. That's always scary. That may be what's true with them. But all the done for you plans that we've brought on, we've had some really interesting conversations, and some stuff came up. And I want to bounce it off you and see what you're thinking. The traditional sales funnel where you got all these customers that are coming down and you want to drop them under your business. Well, I think
Yep.
with the way AI is starting to work out there, I think we're starting to see a different kind of shift. I think it's almost reverse funnel. I think it's the businesses are all being funneled, and you try to drop a business onto that customer that's looking for that product or service. It's kind of a different approach because right now with all the people that are out there, and this is kind of a feel from the businesses I've been talking to during the onboarding, is that they feel like there's all this competition and they're not getting seen by the customers. Like the customer base has gotten smaller, and the competition is putting a lot of information out there, and the customers don't really know where to go. So what we're trying to do is put a lot of information about the business, and that business, when that search happens, those long tail keywords, find a 24-hour service, whatever that is in a particular town. We're taking all that and we're saying, okay, we're filtering the businesses back down the other direction. What's your thought? I mean, it's a different concept but this is kind of what the businesses are making it sound like.
Well, we're seeing a big shift from a technical aspect. We're seeing a huge shift. People are seeing a downturn in Google. People are seeing a downturn in Bing.
Yep.
They're seeing Apple Maps starting to really take over and dominate in a lot of ways. And the reason being is AI has came into the piece. So Google had their huge leak that happened a couple of now probably about a
Right.
month and a half ago, and
Right.
it said this is all the stuff you have to have all these backlinks, you have to have all these things going on, and which we do. That's part of our citation piece. That's part of our directory piece that we build up on for what we do here at Simply Be Found. But what's happening is you have AI taking that over. When AI takes that over, you're going to see a whole new type of search. So now people are using and even searches. So Google has this coming out, Bing has it already out, Google has it out to some people, but they're looking at what your search history is, and the AI is making the decision. So it's like asking the AI, "Hey, find an HVAC company near me," or "Hey, find a restaurant near me. This is what I'm looking for. Which one would be the best fit?" And
Right.
it might be where they dial down and say, "I have these dietary restrictions," or "This is the problem I'm trying to solve with my heater or my air conditioner," or whatever might be going on inside of the business world. And now the AI is going out there, and the AI does that search. It looks through all the directories to be able to build authority, and it looks through all the content to be able to make sure that they're delivering the best result.
Right.
And a lot of people, I think we've really figured out what the whole definition of search is, and the hidden secret and gem to Google and Bing and all those searches is the searches are now depending on you. So if you are searching, you're going to start seeing inside of Google specifically, you're going to start seeing where it says this result is delivered to you because this is something you visited before. This is something that we know you like. You've been here, you've looked at it, and that's going to change to where the algorithm isn't really trying to guess what you want. The algorithm knows who you are, and AI's made that shift. Does that make sense and kind of go
Yeah.
along with what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it really does. And along that same conversation is that I just got off the phone with, and this is why it's on my brain right now. He said he spends a lot of money on websites. He said the websites don't produce for him anymore. And I said, well, the problem is you have to understand that it's not just the website by itself. It's not just local SEO by itself anymore. The two of them have to meld together. They have to mesh. And I told him, I said, we offer website services as well, for people that want to bring their site over to us, they can, and then we can tie the best of both worlds together. And I said, if you don't come to us, that's okay, but you need to make sure your website people understand what we're doing and they're doing the right things on their side. I think that's a disconnect that's kind of happened with website developers right now. And we get it because our website people understand the local SEO side of it, but we need to really, that AI, and I really think it's the artificial intelligence, the AI out there that's making the difference on how these are doing. Because I'm seeing different results now when I'm using my mobile device or whatever. I'm starting to remember that I was here once, like you just said. It remembers. So when so business owners go, well, I always find myself. I said, well, that's great. Now ask somebody that's never looked for you and see what they come up with. And they go, they didn't find me. I said, that's because the artificial intelligence is remembering your searches. So you really can't just do you agree with that, with that whole process,
We do. So I had that conversation with my wife the other day as well. What she said is, I gave her a recommendation, or I was talking about a product that I was taking for some vitamins, and we had it out there, and it was one of those things to where then she started seeing it inside of her search results. So there's a couple things that make that search result happen. You have an IP address, which is like the address that is identifying you to the internet. Think about it like a physical address. Every
right?
computer has it assigned to it. Every modem has it assigned to it. And what happens is it knows that that area has searched that before. Well, what'll happen is if you have done that search, or you've done it, or set it inside of, say, Facebook, you're going to start seeing that repeated over and over again. So I've always said that, if you give me your phone, I can tell you what kind of searches you've done just by going and visiting Facebook, because I can see what's inside of your feed. By looking at YouTube, I can see what's inside of your feed. Because when you start watching something, so if, for example, if you search for a product, you're going to start seeing more products like that, because now it knows that's something you're looking for. It knows
Right.
you almost better than you know yourself in a lot of ways. The other piece that can happen with that is if you go watch a YouTube video, say you decide to go watch prank phone calls. If you Google that, or if you YouTube that and you start watching nothing but prank phone calls, that's what's going to be inside of your feed, because it knows that you're going to watch that. And a search engine always has always has it always wants to make the best result for you, because A, it's going to keep you inside of their platform, B, it's going to make you spend money with their advertisers, and three, it keeps you inside of their environment. So
Yep.
as long as you stay in that environment, that is their goal. So they have to deliver the best results. So now it knows you almost better than you know yourself, I guess, is my point on that.
Right. No, and you and I have talked about this, but I'm seeing more of a trend of this happening now. We're
A
starting to
lot of
see
it,
some shifts.
AI has changed that completely, because now it knows more. It can dive in. It knows exactly all those details, and it's making decisions. It's
Uh-huh.
not a guess. It used to be an educated guess back in the day, and now it's not such an educated guess, because the AI knows it. It can say, okay, Billy Bob over here, he searched for this product, so we're going to deliver this to him. He watched this video and he watched it for X number of minutes, so it's going to deliver this. Everybody thinks that it listens to them as far as the device. I still think it does. It's my conspiracy side. I think all these devices are listening to me constantly, and it's making those decisions. It knows what you've done, and not just what you've done, but what people in your house or inside of your office have done. And that's where you start blending it together, and it starts to learn that, because it wants to deliver that best result.
Gotcha. But no, I just think that I I just I know that business owners are concerned because they're seeing downturns. I don't know if it's the political environment that's going on that slowed some people down or what. There's so many factors that are in there. But the thing is that people still have demands for products and services.
They
You
do.
just need to be the one that's in front of those searches and putting that information that we do with our platform out there is going to help connect you to those searches and basically get more calls hopefully.
Well, I think it's really caused a major downturn for. My prediction is that Google is doing a huge shift. They're pushing new code out, because I've had complaints from members I've talked to that, hey, people are coming up that have the worst reviews. The whole algorithm has totally flipped itself, and it's retrying to learn itself. And I think it's all because of the Google leak. and them putting AI out, because I think Google caused the leak themselves to make a bunch of people go out and think that's what it's going to be. That's my conspiracy theory. And from what I see on the data side, I think they
Yeah,
leaked it. And now they're putting AI out. So they're like, okay, well, all these people will go over here and they'll start doing this, because marketers ruin good things. When a marketer figures out what something is or what something has in it and it's going to get results, everybody starts doing it. And then they keep doing it and they keep doing it, and it ruins it because then it becomes the norm. I mean, we
right.
ruin everything.
Yep, yep. Let's face it, we do. So anyway, I just wanted to have that conversation today. I don't want to talk about us ruining everybody's lives. No, we don't ruin anybody's lives, but we see things and we talk about it, and then other people are picking up. I mean, we're seeing other people start to do what we're doing, and that's a great form of I appreciate the fact that they're listening to us, and but the problem is now they understand what we're doing, and we're always trying to be in front of that curve so that we're coming up with the new ideas that everybody can be chasing us. So,
So, I mean, I'm not talking about us in general. I'm talking about
oh no,
marketers in general.
oh no, no, no,
So,
no. I'm just
if
I know
someone
that.
sees that ads, so if someone sees that an ad campaign is going to produce and it produced for them one time, they'll continue going through and they'll just ruin it until it doesn't work anymore.
But no, I'm
It's
just
what,
saying other. But I'm saying those other marketers are emulating us right now.
oh, hell yeah, there they are.
I mean, they're really chasing us, and I love it. But that makes us have to keep coming up with the new ideas, and then everybody they copy us, and then then everybody's doing it, so that it changes the
Exactly.
dynamics. So
So
got it.
this is the big shift. I'm seeing the same shift you are. I'm seeing that there's a bunch of changes out there. It is kind of changing the whole entire environment of local SEO. It's changing how voice search is being done. All these things are brand new and they're kind of coming in, and this whole piece is going to be there. So if you are not posting out there and you are not doing the things that you need to, and you're not following the three pillars of content, authority, and trust that I've mentioned on almost every single call that we do, if you're not doing those things, you're going to be left behind. You're not going to be there. So you might not be getting results today, but if you're not focusing on those pieces, once all these releases happen, I think you're going to fall majorly behind. And anybody who is doing those are going to be the ones that are thriving at the top.
I gotcha. I agree. I agree. So anyway, Rob, thanks for the conversation on this because
All
it
right.
was on
Thanks,
my head.
Dean.
All right, take care.